It started as just another virile TikTok house. 3 roommates chasing clout, filming pranks, and arguing about sponsorship deals. Then one night, during a live stream meant to clear the drama, the camera kept rolling after the screams. Millions watched it unfold in real time, before the feed abruptly cut to static. When police entered the apartment, they found blood, shattered ring lights, and a phone still broadcasting to thousands. What the audience thought was acting was murder. This isn't just about online fame. It's about how social media can turn obsession into violence. Tonight we're diving into the case that blurred the line between content and crime. The TikTok roommate murder. The live stream started like every other one before it. A ring light. A pastel couch. 3 roommates pretending to be fine. But anyone who'd followed their TikTok house for months could tell something had snapped. For weeks their feed was filled with tension. Whispers of stolen brand deals, deleted apology videos, and one disturbing clip where roommate cried off camera. That night at 9:47 p.m., their followers got a notification. Going live, clearing the drama. The comments poured in. At first, it looked scripted. Laughter that didn't sound real. Jokes that fell flat. Then one of them, the quiet one, stood up midstream. Left frame, and a loud crash echoed from the hallway. Someone screamed. The camera didn't stop. Viewers froze. Was this a prank? The screen shook as one roommate grabbed the phone, whispering, "Stop filming. Please stop filming." Then the video cut to static when police arrived an hour later. The scene was chaos. Blood on the floor, a shattered ring light still glowing, and a smartphone streaming nothing but white noise. Still lived to over 12,000 viewers. One roommate was missing. Another sat silent in the corner, eyes glazed, whispering the same line. It wasn't supposed to be real. Investigators would later discover a disturbing digital trail, a string of private messages, blackmail screenshots, and one chilling note saved in drafts. You can't go viral if you're not willing to die for it. The line between content and reality had vanished, and what started as a live stream for likes would become one of the most horrifying internet crimes of the decade. Detectives began where the live stream ended, with the phones, every cable, charger, and hard drive was logged as evidence. But what they found inside the group's shared cloud wasn't just content. It was a diary of obsession, hundreds of deleted drafts, clips rehearsing the apology video, captions rewritten 20 times, and a note titled "Script for the Breakdown." Each post sounded less like entertainment and more like a manifesto. One line repeated through them all: "Keep the story alive, even if we don't." Private messages showed threats disguised as marketing deals. Go live tonight or the brand pulls out. Remember what you signed. One roommate's PayPal history revealed thousands of dollars moving in and out from a mysterious account. Called Halo Collective PR, no company by that name existed. The forensic team traced an IP from those transfers to a location less than a mile away. A downtown co-working space rented under a fake influencer agency. When officers arrived, the desks were cleared, the drives wiped, and every camera lens taped over. Someone had erased themselves. Meanwhile, the surviving roommate's phone continued to sync new files long after she was taken into custody. A hidden folder appeared titled Backup_drafts. Inside were videos that had never been posted, one of them time-stamped just minutes after the murder. It showed the quiet roommate holding the camera, whispering. They said if I stop filming, it stops existing. The footage ends with static, the same distortion seen on the viral live stream. For investigators, that was the final confirmation. The death had been staged for views, but for millions still watching, it was something worse. Proof that social media could turn real life into a horror movie, and the algorithm would still reward it. The morning after the murder, the video was everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, even dark web mirrors reposted, re-edited, remixed. What police classified as evidence became content. Within 12 hours, the live stream had been viewed more than 48 million times. Reaction channels called it the most disturbing broadcast ever uploaded. Conspiracy pages insisted it was an ARG, a fake performance art piece, and brands quietly reached out to ask if they could license the clip for awareness campaigns. Meanwhile, the surviving roommate, the one who whispered, "Stop filming," was trending under a new hashtag, #TheRoommateSurvivor. Millions demanded interviews. Others accused her of staging everything for fame. She didn't speak publicly again. At the center of it all, detectives uncovered an even darker truth. A verified TikTok account under a pseudonym had been uploading teaser clips weeks before the killing, short edits of the same apartment, same lighting, same voices. The captions read, "Season finale coming soon." For investigators, it confirmed one thing. This was premeditated entertainment. The murder was content creation taken to its final form. As mainstream outlets descended on the story, something eerie happened. Every repost of the original video was eventually deleted, but algorithmic clones appeared. AI recreations, deepfake explainers, tribute edits, each more distorted than the last. By Halloween, the full video no longer existed online. Only reaction videos to reaction videos remained. And just like that, the real crime had been buried beneath the performance of it, because on the internet, nothing dies, it just refreshes. When police finally recovered the missing roommate's phone, they discovered she had filmed her own confession, but never posted it. The file was saved under a single word, "Sorry." The video begins in near darkness. Only the soft blue glow of her ring light flickers in the corner. She's trembling, mascara streaked down her face. Her voice is raw. "I didn't mean to hurt her," she whispers. But she wouldn't stop. She explains how the group's content turned into coercion. Every fight became a clip. Every breakdown became engagement. Sponsors demanded real tension, and their manager pushed them to lean into chaos. By the time the brand deals started paying 5 figures, they were no longer roommates, they were rivals. She says the arguments off camera became rehearsed. Then the rehearsals turned into performances, and that night, when the camera was rolling, she couldn't tell if it was still acting. "I thought she was faking," she says, staring past the camera. "She fell. I didn't mean to, but the comments, they just kept coming, so I kept filming." Behind her, a faint knock echoes. Someone calling her name. She glances to the side, then the screen goes black. The video ends with the sound of a notification ping, a follower milestone alert. 100K new followers, her last words on record. It worked. The trial was never about guilt. It was about control. By the time the case reached court, every second of the live stream had already been dissected by influencers. lawyers and self-styled digital forensics creators. The defense argued she'd suffered a psychotic break triggered by algorithmic abuse. The prosecution called it premeditated performance art. Screens played in the courtroom, endless loops of filters, captions, fake tears. Every frame was paused, replayed, slowed. It wasn't a trial anymore. It was a content review outside, crowds gathered holding ring lights like candles. Some wore T-shirts that said "Justice for the Stream." Others held signs that read, "She did it for views." Two sides of the same obsession. Inside, her lawyer revealed something no one expected, a contract signed by all three roommates, titled The Content Pact. Buried in fine print, all actions performed during filming are the property of the channel. The clause gave ownership of every clip, every scream, every confession to the brand. When the verdict finally came, it wasn't justice, it was marketing. The influencer agency rebranded the footage as a cautionary documentary monetized. Edited, narrated by an AI voice, they called it The Cost of Going Viral. It hit 1 million views in 2 hours. In the end, the system didn't punish her. It promoted her, and that's how the internet forgets. Not by deleting the horror, but by turning it into a trend. Months passed, but the echo never stopped. Every few weeks, the live stream resurfaced under a new name, filtered, shortened, analyzed. It became digital folklore, a modern ghost story told in pixels, on Reddit threads and Discord servers. Users swore they could still hear the final breath at timestamp 317, that if you slowed the audio enough, you could hear someone whisper, "Keep watching." The platform denied it, of course, but moderators admitted the clip seemed to re-upload itself from mirror accounts, as if the algorithm refused to let it die. Documentaries followed, reaction channels profited. New influencers retold the tragedy as their own. The murder became a format. Meanwhile, the apartment stayed empty, rent unpaid, windows covered in dust. Neighbors said at night they saw the light of a phone screen flicker inside, like someone still live streaming in the dark. The final police report described it clinically. 1 victim, 1 perpetrator, motive undetermined. But for everyone who watched, the truth was simpler and darker. It wasn't a crime of passion. It was a crime of attention. Because online, violence doesn't end with the act. It continues every time someone hits play, and the algorithm never sleeps. If you thought the horror ended here, you're wrong. What other dark rituals and forbidden practices are still being performed in secret? Dive deeper into the chilling world of haunted ceremonies, banned footage, and eerie folklore that refuses to stay buried. Click on the playlist to uncover terrifying recordings, lost evidence, and disturbing stories they never wanted you to see. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for weekly uploads of spine-tingling footage and dark tales that echo from the shadows. This is the Forbiddance Archive, where the hidden truth and haunting evidence come to life.